All right, we are on 2A.2.3 in the workbook. We're looking at number 5. So number 5 just has this. It has our binomial. Remember, a binomial is just two terms in our expression here, okay, in our quantity. And oh yeah, this is what I said. I think I put it in the, yeah, I did. I put it in the homework assignment. You did not have to find the term. I just wanted you to expand it, okay? So we did not have to find the term. Our only goal for this assignment was to expand it. So first off, oh, it's to the 9th. Oh, that's fun. So it looks like I need a bigger chart. Was 9? Oh, 6 was as well. Okay. All right, it's no big deal. I'm going to extend this chart and then I'm going to let you use it. And I won't give you on the assessment anything that's past the 5th power because I want you to access this. So I'm going to just do this real quick. 15, 6, 1, 35, 35, 21, 21, 7, 7, 1, 1. Okay, so that's 6, 7. Oh man, this might take longer than I thought. 56, 28, 8, 1. 56. Oh, this is going to be like a good challenge. 8, 1. All right. And then let's see. 126, 126. Oh, this is horrible. Oh my God. Okay. I'm making an executive decision. This is now 5x plus 1 to the 5th power. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the homework. I'm going to rewrite all the problems and at least give you the for 5 and 6. I'll remind you of the two expressions to use. All right. So I see why these were issues because we would have to expand this really far. I had 3 more rows to go and that would take too long. So for the time, we're going to practice with what we're going to face. All right. What's A? 5x. What's a B? 1. All right, so I know that I'm on my row 5. I'm on my row 5 with this guy, right? I have my A and my B. Row 5, based on Pascal's triangle, gives us our coefficients. So look at our coefficients. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So the Pascal's triangle actually has to do with what coefficients go in front, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this expanded form and put all this expanded form right here, but I'm going to leave room for my A and my B to input later. You just have to look really close and make sure that you're noting where I need to put some space and where the exponents go. That's another A. That's a B. Plus 10. A. B. Crap. I already see I got to make it. You might have to start doing your work like this. These are the ones that take a long time, and I'll speed that up a little bit. Five, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. All right, and I'll label what they are. I know this is cumbersome. Don't worry about it. You'll have this as a guide. Think of it as a map. Okay. So we have where A and B are going to go. We had already figured out A is 5x, B is 1. So since we're dealing with to the 5th power, we changed it from its original power it was given. So we're looking at the 5th. We have this expanded form, binomial expansion here. And now we just got to put it in there. Let's see. 5x, 5x, 1, 5x, 1, 5x, 1, 5x, 1, 1. What have you done to us, Mr. Paseers? What are you doing? It's no big deal, guys. We're going to expand it because that might help some of y'all to kind of make sure that you combine terms. If you could see this and you know what this is, well, then you're a genius. But in addition to that, you can use your calculator if you can't see it. Because watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 5x, 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 5x. You can kind of sing while you do it too if you want. You don't have to. These aren't times. This is next value. So look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. I know it's going to be x to the fifth. What is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5? Let's see. 5 raised to the fifth. Just got to do one at a time. 3,125 x to the fifth. Whoa. All right, let's do this next one. It's a 5 out front, and then that's multiplied by a 5x, a 5x, a 5x, a 5x, and a 1. So look what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So 5 5's we already did over here. It's going to be the same value. 3, 1, 2, 5, x to the fourth. Right? B value is just 1, so that just kind of evaporates. All right, next. 10 times 5x, 5x, 5x times 1 times 1. 10 times 5, 50. 50 times 5, 250. 250 times 5 is 1,250. How many x's? 1, 2, 3. X to the third. Times 1 doesn't really do anything. Okay. Next we have, oh yeah, these are all positive. It's probably good to put the signs in between them. Yeah. So here we have 10 times 5x times 5x times 1 times 1 times 1. 10 times 5 is 50 times 5 is 250 x to the second power. Plus 5 times 5x times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. 25x. And 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. You never thought you would ever see an answer that long, did you? Now you've seen it. You've seen it. Good job. Good job seeing it. All right. I know it's a thumbs down as far as, hey, this is a long problem. But thumbs up, sideways, down for like being able to probably do it. What do you think? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah. I saw like a thumb with like kind of moving around. Maybe. Okay. So let's do number 6. I'll try to make it a little more direct, a little bit more. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do it. It's to the 12th power, so we're going to actually just do it to the. We're going to do it to the 3rd power. It's not going to be as crazy. This is number 6, but I'm modifying it, and I'll put this in the instructions. We're going to do it to the 3rd power. Okay. All right. Somebody tell me the first step. What row are we going to look at? What row of our expansion are we going to look at? And how do you know? Yep. I see on your fingers. You can type it. You can even unmute and say it. What? No. That's fine. All right. We always look where? We look here. This is to the 3rd power. So I know it's going to be to the 3rd row. So I'm going to use this over here. The 3rd power expands to give us this function here. So let's go ahead and expand it and then input what we need to. To the 3rd power is a to the 3rd plus 3a to the second b plus 3a b squared and plus b to the third. Okay. Now the a and b values are the entire term. Look, it's this guy. That's a. It's this guy. That's b. It's the entire term. So I'm glad that I made it into the third power because we're going to have a lot of work with positive negatives. And if you had to do it 12 times, you might lose count. So input your a's and your b's. Throw them in our parentheses, and then we'll expand it. Okay. Negative x, negative x. I just put this, if you want to do them one at a time, put them in all the a's. Negative x. B is negative 2y. Put them in all the b's. Okay. Now let's be real careful when we expand this because it's a little tricky. It's negative x times negative x times negative x. What's that going to be? Somebody tell me in the chat, what's that going to be? What's that going to combine to? We're going to end up with our original and expanded version here. What's that? Negative times a negative times another negative. How many x's? Good. I read someone's lips. Negative x to the third. All right, I know. I need to do this. Yeah. That's where it belongs. Okay, next we'll go plus 3 times negative x times negative x times negative 2y. Let's see how many negatives we have. Negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative is a negative. Look at all your numbers, 2 and 3. We've already dealt with the positive negative, so we can just multiply these numbers. Negative 6, 1, 2, x squared, y. Always put them in alphabetical order, guys. So I'll put 6x squared y instead of 6yx squared. Okay, and you're like, well, how did it become negative? It's because I had a negative x, and a negative 2y. Negative, 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 multiply to give you a negative. Because negative times a negative is a positive, so all of it would be positive times another negative, negative. Next, plus 3 times a negative x times a negative 2y times a negative 2y. Again, look what we have. We have a negative x, we got a negative 2y, we got a negative 2y. So those multiply to give us a negative. And now 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. And what's kind of variables? X, y squared. Everyone okay with playing the math accordion, expanding it, and then compressing it? Yeah, it just takes a second, right? You got to be careful with your notation, but you'll never mess up this way. You can forget all your rules and expand it, and you'll be fine. Okay? All right. Lastly, I think probably before I got to let you guys out, right? Yeah, just about. Look, we got negative 2y to the third. So we got negative 2y times a negative 2y times a negative 2y. All right, negative times a negative times a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive times another one is going to be a negative 2, 4, 8. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. How many y's? 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll let you copy those down. I'm going to make this modification right now in the assignment. I'm going to write this. Let's see. I'll even write it. I'll make it big. Change of assignment. It's nice and big. It has a bunch of exclamation marks. And then for number 5, 5x plus 1 raised to the 5th instead of 12th. And then for 6. All right, 1 sec. Third. What was that one? It was the 12th. Okay, updated, saved. That one is due tonight. Honestly, guys, on these kind of weeks when you have like tests and stuff going on, I'm pretty lenient with late work. Okay, so if you do it late, just leave a note when you turn it in of what happened and why. And I'm pretty open with that. Okay, stop this video now. Whoops, stop the video.